Hello and welcome to the Dames for Games Spring Showcase. I'm Pink Fairy Blossom, an award-winning content creator, media host, variety streamer, and community builder behind The Garden, a space rooted in kindness, creativity, and meaningful conversation.
And I am Cheleva Gamer. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch and YouTube. I'm also a part of the Black and Women Twitch Guilds. You can find me, honestly, anywhere, just making silly content related to video games or fighting on Tekken. But yeah.
We're so excited to celebrate women and femme in games with you all today. Huge shout out to Women Led Games and Wings, who have also partnered with D4G to bring these events together.
Don't forget to check out the Women's Day Steam Sale event after the show. So your wish lists are going to be such a huge support, and it means the world to these devs that we'll be highlighting today.
Speaking of, we have a developer with us now ready to show off her first title while Chell plays through the demo. Hi, Christine. Can you tell us a little bit about Letter Lost?
Yes. Yeah, my name is Christine, and I'm one of the devs for Letter Lost. It's our first game as a studio. It's a totally normal post office game where nothing weird ever happens.
You do come from a theater background, which I find so fascinating. How did your experience in theater influence?
Okay, we're here. Hey everybody, welcome back.
Yeah, I think I really look
This
at
is the Dames for Games showcase.
Theater as art. I mean, a lot of things we see around us are art that we may not immediately think of
She's a little
as
dame.
such. And
Yeah, and Foxy's a little dame.
by the different ways that we can tell stories in innovative ways. So I own a theater company, a professional theater company, and
wow,
we like to do weird shows that feature women, and we just find it's a really cool way to get people's creativity going, and that sort of philosophy came really deep into this game too.
That's amazing. You also, I did read you do also voice Liv in the game. Now, can you tell us more about Liv, who she is, what role she plays in the story, and what it was like bringing her to life through just voice acting?
Yeah, Liv is the only voiced character in the game, and
Thank you.
She is your benevolent boss who only wants the best for you at all times. You realize pretty quickly that not everything is as it seems when you get into the post office, that maybe Liv has some different goals in mind. As you can see, everything's normal in the post office on stream in our normal dungeon post office. That's where they all live, right?
A normal dungeon post
You
office.
really start to wonder, why is Liv there? Is Liv who she says she is? And so that kind of ambiguity was really fun to voice. I have a sound studio in my house, and so my husband, who's the
Is the audio
composer,
okay?
and I just go down and I
Yeah, except
really
I think
lean
mine
into
is
the
like way
mic, and
behind
it's really
yours.
fun. And
I'm like trying to refresh to catch up, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. I have one question though. I'm surprised that there's a whole dungeon here when the game is called Letter Lost. Can you tell me what maybe inspired you to add that type of twist, or do you maybe pull elements from other types of games? Like, I would love to know more.
Oh
yeah. Well, of course, every job you begin, you wake up, you're in a dungeon. So we really tried to bring real life into the game. And as you can see, you can't get into other people's cells. That would be really inappropriate. So, we had a lot of fun. We wanted to immediately be able to subvert expectations by bringing you right into a place you don't expect. The game has a lot of cozy elements, and we love that, but also we call it kind of a dark cozy game because there are horror elements to it as well. So by dropping you into this place you don't expect, I think it immediately gives you sort of that disconnect
got the cozy
wait, maybe I
elements.
shouldn't trust everything I see.
Of course, it got the cozy
This
elements.
space.
Everybody has a cozy element in their game.
A lot of our inspirations, Firewatch, Inscription, Papers, Please.
This is a precision platformer, but it's also cozy.
In real life escape room designer, so he just
Wow.
that's what he does for his job. So
Wow. That's amazing,
That's
actually.
I know, it's like, wow, that's cool. So of course he builds all these puzzles and he's like, this is child's play, and we're like, I mean, I'm kind of confused, so we kind of have to
job right there, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
At least here, just in general, now that we're like looking at the gameplay for Letter Lost, like how would you describe the overall like narrative and the themes in general? Like the emotions were most important for you to explore. Like what were some areas that you could talk about within the game that you feel are important and did bring you some emotion?
Yeah, I think the fun thing about the game is that it is very multi-genre. It can be kind of hard to put it into a single box. Narrative is really big in the game. There are a lot of different storylines. Actually, in the demo, you can play, I believe, 5 storylines.
Wow.
It
Okay, that's a lot.
You exploring, talking to the people that you see, exploring the things in the post office. But you can get to some really weird places in the demo. Sometimes I watch people's
Nice.
streets and I'm like, that's available in the demo? Oh my god.
Oh wow.
I didn't even know.
So
Put, like,
narrative is
the whole
big.
game
There's
in
a lot
there.
of writing
Oops.
in the game, there's a lot of meat in the game. But it is also a work sim, so you have post office upgrades, you're sorting mail, there's a management aspect to it. And sometimes people play it solely as a management game, which is kind of
Okay.
fun. There's a lot of secrets to be found, so there's in that way of Outer Wilds.
Indie
or
devs
Outer
really
Wells,
yearn
like,
to have
if you
menial
look, you're
jobs.
gonna find things.
They want-
So there's a secret aspect.
They just want a relaxing job.
There's secrets I can't say yet until the full game is released.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You know, in terms of the larger themes, though, like that's the gameplay style. In terms of the larger themes, you're immediately going to pick up on within the game a lot of mystery, a lot of ominous ambiance.
Right.
I'm
maybe
definitely feeling that.
yeah, a little foreboding maybe, and there's a lot of uncovering of what's happening in on this island.
A sprinkle of
There's
dread,
lore
perhaps.
all over the post office about the different businesses and the different people and the different districts, and so there's a lot of just sort of passive world building throughout that you can kind of understand this world more and more. But there is there are multiple.
Would you ever
endings
wear a
to the
hat
game,
like that?
and there is,
Yes.
like,
Have you ever
love that.
worn a hat like that?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not just this open-ended thing. So really, you can play the game however you want. And you can sort
I
of
hate to
pull
say it,
up
but
things that are
I
interesting to you.
my head goes
There's
You want
well
some
with
water?
those.
That feels really interesting.
Your throat is so raspy.
You don't have to. So
It's like I'm next to Batman.
that's a lot of the joy.
You go ahead and have some more.
What you want to uncover and follow the threads as you please.
That's
I love
amazing.
that. Yeah, that's. I do love a game that has several different endings, especially with a lot of lore. There's, you said that there's so much reading. Oh, I can see myself getting lost in this.
Oh yeah, same. It's also the fact that everything is like based off of also viewed kind of like a cozy game, but it also has that mystery type of scary vibe to it, which I love. Like it's funny because you guys could see everything's pink and cute here, but I play horror games too. I love horror games, okay? And that's the funny thing. Everybody doesn't believe me on that, but I'm always playing crazy games on that. So I really,
Right.
I could see myself getting connected to this game so quick. And at least for someone discovering,
Why is there a
you know,
dungeon
this
here?
type of game for the first time,
Why am I locked in a
I
dungeon?
can see myself seeing this, but for somebody that has never ever got into a genre that's like that could be described like cozy or, but it has a lot of mystery and it might be scary at sometimes as well. Like, how could you describe it to somebody that just discovered this game?
Yeah, you know, we went to a lot of conventions. We went to PAX, we went to DreamHack, so we got used to our pitch. And we used the phrase dystopic work sim, escape room puzzle, and dark cozy. And that just is a lot of genres, but it's, again, it's sort of something, actually, let me put it this way. One of our marketers was like, Nancy Drew for adults. The Nancy Drew
Yeah.
games from the
Okay,
90s and
okay.
2000s. But it definitely has a scarier vibe, but that sort of exploratory mystery vibe in a 3D
Nancy
vibe.
Drew in hell.
Amazing. That is amazing. And at least, is there anything from your background? Because, like you did explain, you know, you do have theater background as well based
Angela
off this. You
Lansbury and
also
her teens.
voice live
Angela
in the game.
Lansbury.
Was there anything that connected you with your background in real life to this story that created this character?
Theater.
This is definitely a type of game that I would play for sure. I mean, I play a lot of genres, but I love being dropped into a world and it's like a sandbox where you get to kind of explore what you want. I really love that. But I love playing a villain. Oops. Antagonist. Liv is multifaceted, you guys. She believes she's the hero of her own story.
Dang.
I love.
Oh, now we know.
Well, yeah, now I know.
Mystery solved.
Really similar to it. There's even some lines that I'm like, that is a
Ooh.
I
love that.
So I love that. It's fun to find that crossover. But I also love, the vibes of the post office. It's got this kind of like 20s Gilded Era vibe. Our main artist Bailey has just done an incredible job.
Amazing.
Sort of building out this ambiance of this Great Gatsby style vibe. Which is really fun, and it's cool because she and her husband are working on the game. Her husband is our main programmer, and then me and my husband are working on the game as the composer. So we're just such a nice little pile of fun people who make stuff.
Beautiful. I love that. See, and it's always the group of people that love what they're doing that do amazing work, which I always love. But I do have a final question though, and this is a question everyone is curious about. When can we expect the release, and where can people follow along, wishlist this game, or support the project itself?
Yeah. So the game is planned to come out in May, full release 1.0, and you can wishlist us on Steam. You can find us on almost all social media except for X, because I don't want to be there.
Yeah,
And,
that's
Good
totally
for
cool. I
you.
love that.
And you can wishlist us on Steam though, and you can play the demo. And the demo is a microcosm of the game. There's a lot to find in it. There's a lot to explore in it. So if you want to get a sense of what the game is like, the demo is going to give you a lot of stuff, and then the main game is going to open up some wild things that you couldn't even imagine. So
That is amazing. And honestly, thank you so much for, sharing all of this with us. And it's really been such a joy learning more about you, the game, and the love behind it. I can't wait for everyone to experience this. We'll definitely be keeping an eye out for what's next currently. And honestly, thank you everyone again so much for joining us for this edition of Dames for Games Spring Showcase.
Sorry.
Okay, don't worry.
I was
We're
into
just
the game.
chilling.
I
We're
was
just
into the
chilling. See,
game.
but the game is actually doing what it's gotta do. It's
There's
doing what
so
it's gotta
much
do.
in here. I was invested in the story. I'm just like, yes. You know what?
what happened to her daughter? We have
What
to find out.
happened? Yes. Red hair. Okay, write that down.
So,
Yeah.
I'll definitely make sure that I have this wish listed. Don't forget to check out the Women's Day Steam sale, y'all, and wishlist your favorite titles. Maybe this one, possibly. Also, Dames for Games is running a fundraiser to gather support for their future showcases. So make sure that you consider donating. Your contributions really do help all of the devs that are involved in these showcases and all the hard workers that are involved in this. So thank you so much for your time. And don't forget, I am Chelva Gamer. You can find me literally anywhere. And thank you so much.
Yes, and I'm Pink Fairy Blossom. You can find me on Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram as Pink Fairy Blossom, where I stream cozy games and spotlight indie creators as well. And again, thank you so much for being here with us, guys. Thank you, Christine, as well. Now I'll hand it over to Destiny to start the show. Take it away, Des.
Starting soon. After this commercial break. But yeah, everything mentioned, I'm going to see about the Steam page, the fundraiser link. I'm going to put that all in the description afterwards. But there's a QR code on my overlay for the fundraiser if you would like to donate. Look at the little ladybug.
Hey everyone, thanks for showing up. Honestly, Like, I love that everybody keeps coming up and supporting us and doing everything that they can to show us that women and femmes are very, very important in the game industry and in the community. So welcome back. It's March, it's Women's History Month, and you know we had to show up and show out. So this is our Dames for Games Spring Showcase. My name is Destiny, and I am your wonderful hostess with the mostest, but I also run Dames for Games as the founder and director. And I'm also so lucky to have someone who keeps me on my toes about snacks, and, you know, to have my crush also on. So I'll let my crush introduce themselves first.
I mean, that could be anyone at this point, Destiny.
No,
it's me?
It's definitely you. It's definitely you.
Yeah,
I'm Snack Chick.
Yeah,
she's Snack Chick. She knows who she
hello,
is.
friends. I'm Samantha Bayard. I'm an actor based in the UK. You might know me as Karlak in Baldur's Gate 3.
Matt, you know now.
Star Wars: The Old Republic, the
What?
forthcoming marathon.
Baldur's
that might
Gate
be
3.
out already.
Yeah.
'Cause you
5th of
started
March,
it.
That's when it comes out. And the upcoming Fading Echo. Jasmine Bular, a woman,
Oh,
a femme,
yeah.
has written that.
Oh, yeah.
Indie Studio, New Tales, and so I'm here to plug that as well. And if you want to know more about the industry, I have a series of
The Demon Lady.
interviews with folks called It Takes a Village, which will also take you to GDC and PAX East this year. Yeah, but super busy. But I'm trying to keep it in very short, but it's nice to be busy, and it's
With all the good
lovely to be
stuff.
asked back again.
We
Thank
love
you
it.
so much. I really appreciated it. Yeah, I'll hand over to Snack Queen over here.
Yeah. Yes, Queen. I like that. Snack Queen. Hi, I am the resident Dames for Games Snack Queen. Hi, Christine. And I, again, don't have any snacks, but we're going to just leave Des alone about that, okay? But I'm super happy to be here. I'm a content creator, creator advocate, mental health advocate, constantly, as you guys know, working on global domination. And I love working with Dames for Games to spotlight women and femme individuals. Did I say that right?
No,
okay, yes. And femme individuals in the gaming industry. Because I love what we do, and I'm excited for what's in the show. I saw some of the trailers, and I know you guys are gonna love them too.
Oh, we have so much. I think we went above and beyond with the show. We have a lot of games, a lot of trailers, a lot of spotlights, and we couldn't do this without our partners. So I want to give a shout out to Wings. They're incredible. They're the ones hosting the Women's Day sale on Steam. If you don't know, now you know. And also Women-Led Games, who helped put together the pre-show you saw earlier with Pink Fairy and Chell, and one of the developers behind Letters Lost, which I hope you check out that game. It's so cool, it's so spooky, and she just does a great job at like voicing the character, which we also have some amazing people in here who voice a lot of really cool characters. And since this showcase is happening March 6th, then that is out, and you can go check it out right now. We also want to give a shout out to our, I had a brain fart for a second. We also want to give a shout out to our broadcast partners who have continued to rock with us for the past 3 years. IGN, Twitch, GameSpot, PC Gamer, you guys are the best, all the love. And we're gonna jump right into this showcase. So grab your snacks if you have them, unlike Christine, and enjoy the show.
Hi, my name is Anka, and I'm a co-founder and games producer at Symmetry Break Studio in Hamburg. We're making Deepak Signals, an atmospheric horror puzzle game about ruthless isolation in a hostile environment, where you and your tiny remaining expedition crew have no idea if your last desperate effort is going to pay off. In Deepak Signals, you use limited bandwidth to coordinate your 4 unstable crewmates while the clock is ticking. You conduct esoteric
Why couldn't they be
research to
stable
change
crewmates?
the world, interpret strange signals from the deep, and make choices that dictate life or death. And if I'm honest, it's mostly death. My name is
Everyone
Melissa,
dies.
and
The
I'm
end.
a visual artist. I've studied illustration in Hamburg, and my favorite part about this line of work is the ability to make stars come to life. I've been working with Anke currently on concept art and 2D assets.
I
Our team is a bunch of those feelsy, artsy, story-loving people. We're likely all scarred for life by one thing or another. So we decided to make games about it, and we regretted it soon enough. But you know what? All the horror and suffering we've subjected ourselves to will have been worth it as long as you play our game. And also end up regretting. Ooh, that's some nasty shit. Oh no. Is he alright? No, he's not alright. We make games
I thought it
as
was
an act of
literal nasty.
resistance, actually,
Nasty, like actual shit.
to gain control and agency about the narratives that surround us, to tell stories where regular or marginalized people can enact change, and to work through our and our players' demons.
Summertime.
Hey, I'm Ray. I'm co-art director and narrative designer of Tethergeist, a whimsical, cozy, yet brutal precision platform.
Is that a Dark Horse
Cozy
comic?
precision platform.
I see. I fucking said it earlier. Cozy precision platformer. Everything's cozy.
Called the Fount of Souls. For
Hey,
hundreds of
RoboCop.
years, Maze people have used their powers of astral projection to travel to the Fount. But May is different. Her spirit travel is limited by a tether. So while her peers can
Is that an
travel
axolotl?
effortlessly to the temple in one trip,
think so.
May has to take a long and hard way. As May ventures away from her village, she encounters rigorous obstacles, hidden secrets,
Yeah, this looks really cozy.
strange creatures,
That looks cozy.
Oh, yeah, it does.
wacky townsfolk, hot tubbing spirits, and Foyle, a scholar who brings to light knowledge long lost to May's people, like ancient portals leading to a spirit realm, and the legendary healing powers supposedly hidden in the Fount of Souls. May's limited mobility and accompanying pain is inspired by our programmer's daughter, who has spina bifida, and myself, who has struggled for most of my life with chronic pain from endometriosis. Tethergeist is meant to be an inspiring story about overcoming obstacles despite our limitations. It's full of beautiful environments and cozy and encouraging messaging, which perfectly offsets the brutal, borderline masochistic, yet forgiving gameplay. The world of Tethergeist was
Sounds
inspired
cozy.
by Hayao
Ooh,
Miyazaki
Nausicaa.
from Avatar: The Last Airbender. The art was inspired by Gree and Hyperlight Drifter, and gameplay was inspired by Donkey Kong and, of course, Celeste. If that sounds like something you'd be into, you should go check out Tethergeist. It's coming to Steam and Switch in 2026, and we can't wait for you to play it.
Oh, it is axolotl. Looking so cute.
Hi, I'm
Flies.
Greta, or Ygretz, and I'm an artist, a musician, a craniosacral therapist, and a game dev. I started mostly doing visual art and music, and then I started doing animation as kind of a way to combine them. And then for some reason, apparently that wasn't enough, so then I went towards game dev. I then teamed up with a more experienced programmer, Amos. We were able to combine our skills to make a small game that ended up being, you know, kind of visually and sonically and spiritually, I think, sort of interesting. It's called Margot. It was about a girl who's feeling existential about her friend moving away. Since then, we've been working on a sequel for it, which is called Mitch, and it's about that friend who's moved away and is sort of like navigating, kind of like rebooting herself. Since I'm kind of like artsy fartsy, like I like the idea of like games as just like a medium for art. I like that they kind of allow you to like pull someone into a world and then hold them there for a while. It's definitely the most challenging medium that I've ever learned, but I find it equally rewarding. It also pushes me to grow as an artist, I think.
I'm not eating that sandwich.
I've sort of realized the importance of like having
Oh, what is the
really
best sandwich you ever
strong,
had?
like artistic or emotional foundation to a
Aw.
project. Like learning different ways of like how to hold on to that throughout kind of the long stages of development. Through game dev, I've also learned that I love to draw animal characters, and I've even been like dabbling in bugs on this game. Mitch is sort of set in the future, so
Ooh,
the
a fleshy
background is
worm.
kind of that, like
Would
humans
you
have
love me
left
if I were a
and
worm,
then
Matt?
sort of animals and bugs and stuff
Yes.
sort of taking over the cities. And even though it's set in a city, it's more sort of about like reconnecting with like earthliness. I also learned that I love to make sound effects, and it's actually one of my favorite parts. I've been using a combination of modular synthesis and sampling. I love that it's kind of like a puzzle to like get the sound that you want. So you're sort of like chasing it with your skills kind of, and then, you know, also your creativity. Grain delay. Thanks D4G for all that you do. I love to see what the girls are up to, and Wishlist Mitch on Steam.
Have you ever had a meal that made you look at life
Soup
a
for
little
soul.
differently?
Good evening, Chef. Could I please have some ramen?
What if, in a cooking game, carrot slices reassured your guests and chili flakes gave them courage? This is Soup for Soul, where every bowl tells a story and ingredients actually fuel conversation.
Oh, is it like a coffee talk thing, but with soup? Soup
Seems
talk.
like it, yeah.
We are Peace and Quiet Games, and we are the dev team behind Soup for Soul.
In our game, you run a quaint Japanese ramen shop, craft every bowl your way, and shape your guests' heartfelt stories with your cooking choices.
Oh, that's interesting.
The initial idea for Soup for Soul was portraying a Japanese sushi chef, but over the time we figured that hot dishes might be a way better choice, so we ended up with hot ramen bowls, because we wanted to give the player a sense of warmth and coziness. Another very important
Warmth and
aspect in our
coziness. You know, I don't
game
even
is
like cooking in real
strong
life,
game
so I kind
mechanics
of
and a strong
avoid
narrative
games with
equally
cooking.
together. I'm a story-driven game fan myself, but I tend to get bored.
Should have a
very
drinking
easily
game every
when
time we hear the word
it's
cozy.
if
It's a descriptor.
we would be fucked up.
where there's no gameplay at all. So
Take a
if
shot.
you know what I
You can't even take a shot.
I know.
It would just be me.
We'd be super
have to find,
happy
like,
if you
some of
had a
those
look at our
nasty
brand new
sodas or
Steam
something.
page and gave us a wish list. Our next milestone
Corn
is to
soda.
finalize a playable demo,
Corn
so keep
soda,
an eye on our
ew.
socials to make sure you don't miss anything that's going on in our kitchen.
I do love me ramen, but
Yeah.
I just want to eat. Capote. We've seen this, I
Hello,
think.
I'm Camila, one of
Have
the
we?
founders of Lusky, an indie game
I don't know.
studio based in São Paulo, Brazil. And in our projects, I mainly work as a game producer and business developer. We are at Games for Games this year to showcase our most recent launch, Capote. It's an online multiplayer game where up to 6 players play against each other in card games. Inspired by classic Brazilian games we play with friends in bars here in Brazil.
Hi, my name is Marina, and I'm the art director and concept artist responsible for the game Capote. At the beginning of the project, we did an extensive research to find what makes
Mhm.
Brazil
Google old men.
in its culture and what we
Just
had
draw.
in common with the global south. And with that, our game was born. Warm sunset, old beer, fun card game with friends, an experience that feels like home.
It's a game about the 3 old guys in Cowboy Bebop. That guy looked like one.
Quando a gente começou a criar essas redes sociais, nosso principal objetivo era construir uma comunicação mais acessível, mais verdadeira e mais próxima ali com o nosso público.
There's your drinking game.
Nosso
Yeah.
mais leve, mais humorado, nos aproximou dos jogadores e dos devs que
No.
Did you see the dancing
I
fly?
did.
pra gente conseguir criar e construir uma comunidade. E a gente começou a falar
They're getting
não de
down.
empresa
I want to party with them.
pra pessoa, mas como dev para jogador. Essa relação tem fortalecido a nossa comunidade e também deixando a gente mais próximo do nosso público.
Capote is currently in early access on Steam, so gather your friends and find out who's the card game master. Thank you Games for Games for the invite, and we can't wait to see other great games women have been creating.
Hello, I'm Irini and I'm leading a team of 5 to develop a food vs mob themed story-rich indie RPG known as Foodomina. In Foodomina, you play as 2 personified food girls, Takoyaki and Tempura, in their cosmic battle against mold people. You explore a whimsical food-themed galaxy rich in flavor, adventure through cute towns, make food friends, and battle mold people in delightfully absurd, pun-fueled combat to save the universe.
I've always
from
wanted
mold
food
infection.
friends.
But mold people used to be food people, just like you. So maybe there's another way, and somehow, some way, food puns are involved. I'm the creative director and artist, and I've always had a vision of cultivating creatively empowering gaming experiences for gamers like myself. And Foodomina's concept started with just combining my favorite things at the time, which were personifying inanimate objects, food and space.
This is mold? Can you imagine? That's like your chicken pox as a food person.
Yeah.
You get like mold.
Into fully
Oh, that's
realized
gross.
personified characters and explore what stories they have to tell. And now we have a growing mold army of
We need
kids,
the final
artists,
boss,
and
final
gamers
form of
alike
shingles.
getting involved in development through playtesting, fan art, making their own food zoners or mold zoners, and even cosplay.
She said
Engaging
food
with our
zona.
community,
Yeah.
learning about other cultures and history,
Yeah, these are
and
like
sharing a mutual love for food
human
has
food
given
people.
our dev journey so much fulfillment. Hey guys, I'm Isabella and I do PR and sound design for Foodomina, where I voice a character that we're super excited for you to meet. There's a whole bunch of new characters, environments, and
Fart
storylines
noises.
that we can't wait for you to play. A lot of the new characters are actually foods that you guys requested and we designed. Stay tuned for our major demo update coming in Q2 of 2026.
What?
Don't talk to me. Put a fork in there.
Hi, my name is Masha Bradestayska. I'm the artist and art director of our small game Socket. Socket is a first-person psychological horror where you play as a social worker who obeys a law socket. According to your work contract, you are assigned to live in a house where you must uncover all the secrets of its residents and get to the bottom of a terrifying tragedy that happened many years ago. Lying, spying, digging for trash. These are the basic tasks of your workday. By the way, here is a small inside your detail. We came up with the idea of the voice coming from the socket because of our noisy neighbors. We could actually hear them through the wall socket. In our game, we combine 2D and 3D graphics. I draw the characters from 8 different projections, which creates a sense of volume. Textures, animations, cutscenes, concept art. I create all of this myself, in my own style. Almost everything you see in the game is carefully made from scratch. I'm developing the game together with my husband.
Mike Wazowski.
He's in a game show.
It's hard to say exactly what your role is, because you end up doing everything. Still, that's our small but wonderfully well-coordinated team. And perhaps a talking wall socket isn't the strangest thing that will surprise you. Each resident has a unique story, and their actions can sometimes reveal far more about them than their words ever could. And who knows where workaholism and total devotion to your job might lead you. To find out, stay tuned and wish this socket right now.
Suck it.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed all of those developer spotlights. I say this all the time, but I love getting a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to create a game, because I think the general consumer doesn't know all the work that goes behind it, all of the editing, the voice acting, the building of the scenes and the story. I mean, listen,
I like seeing
it's
the
a
art.
work of art in
Yeah.
so many
I
different ways.
actually thought she had pretty cool character designs.
Yeah.
Layers. There's just so
The
many
game kind of
layers.
reminded me a little
Anyways,
bit of
yes, layers. There's so
what's the
many
name of
layers.
that game? Don't let anyone in.
That's why I thought onion. But
What is it?
The game where it's like all the people are like coming into your
Pass
house.
the mic over
Um,
to Sam, who's
The No, I'm Not Human?
Yeah.
Oh.
information about
Yes,
the sale.
so all the games you're seeing today are part of our Steam event, and you can wishlist, follow, learn more about each title you're seeing. If something stands
Don't
out
let
to you,
anyone
we're
Don't let anyone. Get back.
developers behind
Get
it.
out
As
of
you
my
can
house,
see,
that's what it's
there's
called.
A lot of small micro indies here, and so every review counts, every wishlist counts.
There you go. Games and demos.
And now we're gonna throw it to Snack Queen.
Snack Queen. I love it. I think that should definitely be my moniker. Speaking of Snack Queen, and you speaking of Onion, one of the games I'm really, really excited about. Well, we have a few cooking games, so make sure you guys are watching because I love food games, and there's like a few food games in this showcase. So let me know which one's your favorite down below. Anyways, I want to shout out our content creators and our streamers that are co-streaming, that are charity streaming for us. Thank you so much. Dames for Games is very grateful for all of the time you take to help us with our vision and with our organization. And speaking of, we are currently doing a month-long fundraising event, and you can support Dames for Games and everything we do by donating or also showcasing the creators that are working with us on your socials. So thank you.
You might find your new favorite creator on Twitch. Just saying. I know I found a bunch that I now follow.
Or YouTube.
But, wrapping this up, because
Yeah.
we have something very special coming up that we've not done before. We usually do interviews, but this time we're doing a roundtable, and we have some incredible individuals, some leaders of innovation that are going to sit down and have a very candid talk with us about the industry, their role in it, and what they'd like to see in the future. I was going to name them, but they're amazing, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So sit back, relax, and get ready for this conversation. You are not going to want to miss it.
The bee.
Hey everyone,
The beast is
welcome
special guest.
to the first ever Dames for Games roundtable. I have brought together some amazing trailblazers, some beautiful innovators who we're going to kind of sit together. Like, honestly, I'm not going to talk as much because I know I talk all the time. I'm going to let them talk. I'm going to pose the question, and then they're going to discuss how they kind of navigate the game industry, the community, the space, because I believe it's something that a lot of femmes and women would really connect with as they're either getting into development, going into school for it, or entering the industry themselves. And what better way to learn how to navigate the industry than from veterans who have basically carved their own space and oh God, I think all of you have inspired me in different ways because I've all had conversations with you, and I just want to share that inspiration with our community and beyond. So let's get started. First off, I would like to introduce Mary Kish from Twitch, and I'm going to let her give a little bit of a background about herself before we go to the next person.
Thanks, Bev. My name is Mary, and I now head the community at Twitch, which is such a wonderful and exciting job. Before that, I actually worked as a game reviewer and producer at GameSpot.com. So I have been in the games industry for several decades now, shockingly, but it's currently my honor to represent over 7 million streamers on Twitch every month.
That's awesome. That's incredible. Thank you, Mary.
I love
All right,
my job.
and next, I think that's really important. You also love what you do. Next up, we have Rihanna. Rihanna does a lot of different amazing things. And I knew I was going to mess up and not remember all of them, so I'm going to throw it to her so she could tell you a little bit about what she does in the gaming space.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm Rihanna Manuel Pena. I am one half of DNR Media Consulting, which is a video game consulting firm. Inside DNR, my partner Danny and I do video game writing. We do brand and marketing and messaging. We help with PR and communications. We do press releases. We do content reviews. We do diversity reviews. Like kind of like you name it, we do it. Simply because we've done all of those things in different capacities over the course of our careers, which have been a combined 30 plus years. So we've done it all. And also, I am a content creator. I am formerly of What's Good Games. Shout out to those women, amazing people. And currently a part of Gamertag Radio alongside Danny Pena, Paris Lily, and Peter Toledo. So yeah, if you can think of a job in gaming, I've probably done it or worked for the people who do it.
See, I told you it was a lot. There was no way I was going to remember all that. But incredible, incredible. And that just shows you that you can start off doing all kinds of things, and there are different pathways to get into the industry. There are not just one distinct way. Like, you don't have to be just a developer, or you don't have to be just a content creator. You can do whatever you want. And the next guest has carved their own space and has done some incredible things. You might have seen her on the news, you might have seen her on TV. Letta J, aka J Watts, please introduce yourself to the community.
Thank you so much, Des. So happy to be here. I am Letta J, that is my artistic name. I'm a Grammy-winning recording artist and published songwriter. And created Coexist Gaming, which is actually an agency. We're a full service solution that just gets brands, talents, and products in front of the next generation. At the core of what we do, we design and we build worlds, both in real life and digitally, and then we gamify them. So I own a 3-story gaming and creator lounge in Times Square. We've been called the Soho House for gamers and creators. And our entire goal is just to really serve as a cultural bridge that creates this very authentic and immersive ecosystem that just reflects not only what the next generation actually gathers and plays, but how community-centric we are, and most importantly, how we are the solutions for a lot of businesses that want to be in front of us.
That's what's up. All right. Okay. No, I mean, like, it's so nice to be among so many talented women who are like making moves in an industry that I think my entire community loves and I love. Next up, we have someone who not only is working on their own game, but making an incredible documentary about one of these innovators, one of these women who have been in the game industry for a long time and knows what she's talking about. Teresa, tell us a little bit about you and what you do in the industry.
Thank you so much for having me. Hi, I'm Teresa Lung, and yes, I make games. I've made over 10 games, and I'm also a documentary filmmaker, and I work in emerging tech. So the documentary that you're referring to is about pioneering game designer Brenda Romero, and then I'm also doing outreach for the documentary with games and through games. And I do both serious games as well as entertaining games. So I'm super happy to be here. And I'm also an educator. I teach part-time at Vassar College.
Nice. Thank you. All right, and so we're gonna jump right into it because we don't have a lot of time, but we're gonna make the most of the time we do have. The question that I wanted to pose to you, incredible ladies, today is how to move through this space without feeling completely burnt out, letting it get to you to where you're like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, because sometimes it can be toxic, sometimes it can be really hard, but like, how do we keep pushing through and like being those strong representations for other girls who might want to get into gaming? So I will throw it to Mary first, and then Mary, you can throw it. We'll do it like tag, like telephone, and then Mary, you pick someone, and then we'll go through everybody.
Okay. Oh my gosh. That's such a wonderful way to start, and thanks for letting me be the first. I think that in my time in games, I have often found myself to be the only woman in a room, often the only person that looks like me in a space, and I used to really find that very intimidating. And I have a bit of a people-pleasing tendency as well, and so my thought would be don't walk the boat. Be very quiet.
Audio is a little messed up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Be
Yeah,
careful with
her audio is like cutting in and out.
And it took me a long time to find my voice. Generally, I would say that it is important to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And in order to forge a path, that means that you will be putting yourself in tough spots regularly. And in my time, the times that I reflect and I'm the proudest of myself, I feel like I've grown a lot or I've accomplished something, it's actually the times I've been the most uncomfortable. So it doesn't always feel good in the moment, but my advice to people is to love discomfort and to get really adjusted to speaking up even when it feels a little uncomfortable, and sometimes saying the thing that you don't think is popular and taking up that space unapologetically and learning how to
just
do that for
speak your
yourself
mind.
and reminding you
Ladies,
that
just speak your mind.
you don't forge a path just for yourself, you forge a path for everyone behind you. And so every time I'm a little uncomfortable and I feel like I'm doing something for the first time and I might make a mistake or I might embarrass myself, I recognize that there's probably a lot of girls and women in this industry that would love the position that I have, or they would love to be the next person in my position, and it's my job to make it easier for them to get there. And so it's not always the friendliest answer, but my honest answer is that I've gotten really good at being like, ooh, this doesn't feel good, and then being like, well, here I go anyway. So yeah,
You gotta get
that's
shit
That's
done.
really how I do it.
That's how I see it.
I'd love to hear from Rihanna on this because I think there's a lot of times where I've also found that you have been unapologetically taking up space, and I really respect that about you, and I think it's important to recognize that we kind of are all doing it in this group.
Yeah, thanks, Mary. And it's very true. We've had conversations about this too, where, you know, you're not always going to have backup in the room. You know, something that I'm sure all of us have heard at some point in our careers, you know, we've got some time in is, you know, look for the helpers or, you know, find somebody who will back you up. And there's a lot of times when there isn't anyone there to back you up. And there aren't people who will repeat your ideas so everybody knows it was yours and not the person who tries to take credit for it. And you know, there's a lot of times we're out here on our own, and you know, especially folks in like
For
Teresa's
real,
position
Mappy
or
taking my
Jay's
jokes all the
position where,
time.
like, no one's gonna help you, right? Like you have to figure it out for
What?
yourself. And
You saying I'm a
honestly,
joke
for
thief?
me, and because I've been in so many corporate roles and in so many more traditional work environments where I'm kind of just on my own, I've built my own board of directors for my career, for my life, and you know, I have a legal counsel that is my really good girlfriend. I have somebody who helps me with branding and fashion and like making sure I'm showing up the way I want to show up and people are perceiving me the way I want to be perceived. I got a girlfriend who helps me with spelling errors and checking all of my comms. Like, you really do need backup for these types of environments because in a lot of ways you have to be bulletproof. And it's not fair and it's not right, but it is what helps. And if you have folks that you trust implicitly, people that really just have your best interests in mind, they don't have anything to gain from your success or your failure, they really just want to see you thrive, hold to them tight and let them in. Let them know what you have on your list of goals. Let them know what you're trying to reach for, you know, what you dream of, and ask for help from those people. And unfortunately, you got to be careful who you ask for help from in your own realm. A lot of times it's better to look outside, look at other industries, look at people who are at different stages in their career, look for family, look for young people who have absolutely nothing to worry about right then, you know, like they're just very unfiltered and very candid and can give you some really great insight as to how you're coming off and what you're trying to do and if it makes sense to other people. Just check yourself and check yourself against folks that would really have your back or have nothing to lose by telling you the truth, because there are folks who can try to guide you, but they maybe aren't guiding you in the direction you need. They're guiding you in a direction that they would take, and it's not really what
Yeah,
you're
that's
trying
true.
to do. You don't want to walk in anyone else's footsteps. You want to walk your own path. So that would be my advice.
No, that was
That's
really
really good advice.
My takeaway from both of you, right, before we move on to the next person, is you definitely have to advocate
There's
for
no science
yourself.
to
Nobody's
it.
going to advocate for
Yeah.
you the way that you're going to advocate for yourself. And build your tribe. And make sure when you're building your tribe, you're very intentional about the people that you bring into your life, whether that's personal, whether that's romantic, whether that's through business, right? Because I mean, all aspects of your life bleed into each other. A lot of people like to say keep work at work and keep personal, but I mean, like come on now, it's not that black and white. It's never been. But no, I love those two things that you guys said, and that's what I took away from it, and I wholeheartedly agree. Next up, Jay, please tell us how you navigate these spaces, because you've done a lot. You've gone on TV to talk about it. Like, you're constantly showing up, and I don't know if you've seen some of Jay's outfits, but girl is to the T. She shows up like presentable, beautiful, like I feel like when you walk into a room, people notice, and that's what I want you to talk about, like that confidence that you come with as you walk into these rooms.
Yeah, and thank you so much, for saying that, honest, that acknowledgement, because I think a really big part of it is just kind of moving with intention. I say that we decide how we want to show up in rooms and positioning yourself mentally first to just know this is the goal. This is why I'm going here. This is why I'm doing that. And I think everything starts with your mentality. So really embodying and understanding there's a reason I'm doing this, and there's a goal that I'm here to achieve.
Okay.
How do I want to show
You wanna
up
go on, Daddy?
to achieve that? And so for me, I'm very big on being your brand every day. And so when I walk into a room, I want my presentation to be indicative of words that I haven't even said yet. So for me, I show up with excellence being how I present myself. That means my outfit is intentional. If we are women, if I'm walking in there and I need your undivided attention, I'm only wearing certain things that make sure that you're focusing where I need your focus. And when I am, and that's with any environment, right? So if it is, if it's gaming related, it's music, whatever, I really kind of think it's one of those things that they say, what you bring to the table. I bring what the table needs. I understand my capability. I can build the table. I could buy the building that the table's in. But if there's already a table, then I don't need to bring a table. So I want to bring what the table needs. And so because I live that way, I think it helps strengthen an understanding of how you need to show up in order to navigate in the world. I do think as women, we have a specific responsibility of thinking about some elements that maybe other people don't have to think about, And so I do believe our charge is a bit different. We have to be mindful of the message that we're going to send before we show up. We have to be really intentional. And part of what helps me remain confident, to be very honest, is knowing that my creator is actually what I want them to see. I think that for me, God, my faith, my spiritual base is why I navigate the world with an understanding of it's actually not about me. Everything I'm doing is bigger than me. Impact is bigger than me. That I love being a vessel when I'm being used for a purpose. My purpose is to achieve that goal, and that goal can live far beyond me. So I just need to do my job. I need to do what I'm here to do. And I get really focused about and like hyper focused about whatever that mission is. And I go for it full-fledged. And there's no time to doubt. Like, get rid of that. There are a lot of my friends that suffer from imposter syndrome. I'm like, you are not an imposter. You belong here. Don't forget it. I'll remind you as many times as you need to. So when you say your tribe, it is really important that your tribe is also empowering you, filling you up, right? Because every time you're a vessel, you're being poured out of constantly. You're giving constantly. You have to be refueled. And I think when you are making those intentional decisions, including who you are attached to, who is helping fuel you, they're a part of the confidence you have too, because it's all sort of energy, what you're giving off, what you're magnetizing, what you're attracting, and it helps you navigate in a way that makes you very firm because you understand who you are and what the greater goal is.
No, that's really good. That was great. That was great. And then I'm going to give my thoughts, but first I'm going to throw it over to Teresa. And it's the same question. How do you deal with burnout? And then the reason why I asked Letta very specifically is because I've seen her walk into rooms and just own the space. So I really wanted her to talk on that. But how do you deal with it? Because I feel like not only do you teach, but you're getting into film. I don't know how male-dominated film may be. Like, you're doing a lot of things, and I just want to know how you move through these spaces.
Yeah, it's a great question, and it's been quite a process over time, right? And so I think within my toolkit, it is everything from what Rihanna and others were saying about finding your tribe, to also really understanding what organizations can help build me up, right? And finding that community. So to be more specific about it, for example, you were talking about the IGDA, right? The IGDA Foundation. Your foundation, your organization, Game Devs of Color, right? I'm in New York, so there's also Gumbo. There are different organizations where there are people within, right? And it seems obvious, but when you take the time to connect, right? I've seen Jay before at events, right? We support each other. It's wonderful to see the other women in this panel. But in addition, it doesn't have to be just women, right? In terms of people who can support you. So it's very important to figure out who those folks are, right? So, for example, I'll give a shout out to Gordon Bellamy. You may know Gordon, right? Gordon's fantastic. Gordon's intersectional. He lifts people up. And so I've been very fortunate that I actually went to a science camp with him years ago, and we reconnected over the years, and we help to support each other, right? So it's somebody who's been in the industry, who can give it to me, give it to me to tell me like it is, right? If I have to step up for something, if I'm being too shy, because sometimes I can still be shy, right? And other times it's like, no, I've done this, right? I've been in the room, like I can handle this. It is still challenging, but I believe it takes practice, right? It takes practice and it takes conviction. And so it's from leadership training. I've been involved with that to also. So my to-do list for this year is I have to meditate more, right? So it's that self-care and that idea of how do you do less at times? How do you say no to certain things so that I can focus on my mental health, right? Or my spiritual and physical well-being.
No, that's what's up. I love that. Okay, so to speak on what both of you said, for Letta, I feel like what you said, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but like, I love the idea of you saying like, work with your strengths. When you walk into a room, be aware of what you're strong at. And if there are things that you're not strong at, it's okay to lean on other people to help. It really does we had Samantha on earlier, and she has a really great podcast called It Takes a Village, and it really does. It takes a village sometimes to build these incredible things. And Teresa, I love what you said about allyship. It's not just about women or femme-identifying individuals coming together and uplift what we do. I work with some incredible men, you know what I mean? And I know we all know some incredible men who have stood behind us and really pushed us in ways that, you know, we didn't think were possible. Guys, I just think that
my incredible man is somewhere,
and you giving like your perspectives is really, really important. It was important for me, like listening to all of you. So I can't even imagine how valuable this information might be for someone young who's just getting into gaming, or someone who's just, you know, starting out, or someone who might want to get into gaming, but they don't see themselves in the space. And that is why I asked you on today. That is why we do Dames for Games, because you can tell me about Susan and Carrie and Jennifer all day, but if I don't see Susan, Carrie, or Jennifer ever in the room, I start to doubt whether they're really, you know, making decisions in those rooms where those decisions are made, the big decisions. So I just want the community to know that all of the ladies here are in those rooms making big decisions. We have Mary, Rihanna, Jay, Teresa. These are some of the faces that are making decisions and innovating and basically going out there and changing the industry for all of those who are in it today and those who are going to come after us. And I think that's really, really important. I can't say thank you enough for taking time out of your busy schedules. Guys, we are so lucky of your busy schedules to come on and talk with us and share your insight with our community. Please, 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 I'm going to go through everybody really quickly. If people want to find out how to follow you or keep up with you, I'm going to start with Mary. Where can people keep up with you and what you're doing?
Thanks for having us and letting us to meet so many wonderful people. If this is like something that you're really passionate about, keep going and continue to follow the people here, because you're going to see way more inspiring stories and things that we're up to. In addition to my job, I do stream. I stream every Monday on my own channel, so you can catch me on twitch.tv/twitch and twitch.tv/MaryKish. That's my name. And I am streaming on behalf of the company and on behalf of myself regularly, and it's a joy. So I welcome you. I play a lot of indie games and platformers, and often looking for games, exciting games to play. So hit me up.
Well, aren't you just in luck, because we're part of the Women's Day sale, and all the games that are a part of this event are going to be in that event. So make sure you check out that.
I will.
Rihanna, if people want to keep up with you, where can they find you?
Oh goodness, I lurk in a lot of places. I guess the easiest way to keep up with my latest is on our podcast at the Danny and Rihanna Show, and that's on YouTube and all podcast services. Right now we're talking quite a bit about our move to Dominican Republic and how that's going to affect our jobs, how that affects us as independent business owners, and how that affects us as gamers, because, you know, international gaming, lots of handheld hours on flights are in our future. So that's probably the best way to keep up with me. And I will actually be on Twitch very, very soon for a couple of different things around Black History Month. So Mary will be seeing my face in a lot of the community comments, and hopefully y'all can join those too.
Awesome. Jay, where can the people find you and keep up with what you're doing?
Yeah, of course. So you can find me everywhere at Letta J Music. That's Letta J Music on all platforms. And for everything Coexist at Coexist Gaming, just like it sounds, Coexist Gaming. And we also have a gaming and creator hub in Times Square. So if you are in New York City, feel free to drop by. We're at 325 West 38th Street. If you know, you know, but we're right on the Times Square stop, right by Penn Station between 8th and 9th Avenue. It is a 2-story space. It's technically 3 floors. We have a speakeasy on the bottom, but it's like everything you ever imagined. Gamer heaven, all the vibes, and beautiful energy. Full food and beverage, bar on every floor, mocktails, amazing food, amazing energy, music studio, podcast studio. All the things are coexisting.
Everything.
That's what's up.
Everything in a building.
Teresa, if people want to keep up with you and learn more about your documentary, where can they find you?
You drink
thank you.
mocktails.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there are 2 ways.
Yeah,
One
it's
is
non-alcoholic
for the
cocktail.
website for the game. It's Game On. The documentary about the game. It's GameOnTheMovie.com, and then for socials, it's my name, which is THERESA, and then LOONG. So Teresa Lung. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, we're going to get back to the game show because we have a lot more to show you. But again, this has been incredible. I can't wait for us to do it in a longer format. We only had a little bit of time, but I always appreciate it. It's not about how much time you have.
This
it's
was a
about
shorter
how you use
format?
the time. And we'll catch you guys back. Ooh, after these developer spotlights, I don't even know anymore. It's late for me. It's around 11 p.m., but we got more coming, so stay tuned. Bye. And we're back. Listen, that roundtable, that conversation, those ladies are really doing the work behind the scenes, in front of the camera, and it's just really inspiring. And I hope all of you are just as inspired. The whole point of that was to show that you can get into the industry in different ways. You don't have to be a developer. You don't have to necessarily be a voice actor. You don't have to create games. You can be a content creator. You can create your own space like Coexist. You could be the head of community at one of the biggest platforms out there, Twitch. You
I
can
just
make
want
a
to play
movie.
games.
You can just run your own PR company with your amazing partner. There's so many ways to be involved. And so for all the young ladies out there and all the young femmes out there, and even to all of our allies, even men and boys, if you want to get into the industry, there are ways to do it, and you can find your own path. And I'm going to get off my soapbox.
I was enjoying that soapbox. Hunger Pangs again. I just wanted to shout out the 2 games about food in that first segment. We got Peace and Quiet, which is a beautiful cooking simulator with an art style that makes me yearn to return to Japan. And then there was another food-based Japanese game called Food Amina. Demo's out now. It's promising food puns and characters inspired after my favorite Japanese foods, takoyaki and tempura. Those are the character names, right? Keep them away from mold. Yeah. It's got a charming art style, retro pixel music. It's gorgeous. I'll be playing it. I really needed to eat something today, clearly. But yeah, just wanted to shout those 2 out.
No,
The socket was amazing. A social worker who bays a wall socket.
No,
we need that in our lives. Check it out. There's some weird and wonderful things out right now. There's such a great variety in this showcase for March.
Yeah,
I
we
want to
try to
echo
keep
that.
it mixed in. I'm so sorry. I was just going to cut you off real quick and just say, no, I'm kidding.
I was handing over to Christina.
No snacks, interrupted, nothing. No, I was gonna echo like Soup for Soul by Peace and Quiet. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I love coffee. I loved Coffee Talk as a game. So having this cooking simulator Coffee Talk thing, love it. And Food Amina, I love, like you said, the food puns, and I love the idea of keeping them away from mold. Like I just love the idea of that game.
Kids.
Yeah,
It's
very,
not all
very
fun
important.
and games. You got to think about food safety and hygiene and a really important thing.
Yes, those things are important.
Yes, we're hungry,
Smiles
as you can
on.
tell.
Yeah, no, the only games they talked about were food games. This is not, it's totally fine. It just shows that, like, we are hungry and we need to finish up recording and all that good stuff. But, and all the other games were cool too, even if it wasn't
Yeah, the
about
guests
food.
had
Just so you know.
disability representation. I thought that was really cool. There we go. I did look at the trailers. I
There
wasn't
you
just
go.
drawn to the ones with food. This will become apparent as we go on. Don't worry about it. It's just the ones that stood out to me.
Right. Trust us. Trust us. Trust us.
Hey everyone, Kimmy Arcanis here, and I'm excited to be hosting another Dames for Games showcase. Are we ready to dive into an incredible lineup of female and fun-led games, creators, and studios? Because I definitely am. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the vibes. Oh, and don't forget the sunscreen, because this lineup is going to be hot. Nailed it.
Okay.
What?
Waifu Tactical
Waifu
Force.
Tactical, what
Oh
the-
my god.
Somehow a genuinely great video game. No sweats, just vibes. I doubt that.
Yeah, right? There's gonna be sweaty people in there. My waifu is better.
Lord.
Brian.
Let's say, and they're all gonna die.
Did you play the demo for this? I think there's a demo out.
I think that, yeah.
I honestly didn't know this was a woman-led game.
Yeah.
There's one,
Yeah, I've
Akatori, and that one's really good. That's a woman-led game
Yeah,
too.
I've seen that one. Kitty Haven.
It's you.
What?
It's you as a cat.
It is not. Heaven on earth for you.
I don't like cats. I'm just gonna say it. I've never liked cats. I don't like cats. I'm not a cat person.
Hard to be a cat person when you got a foxy.
Yeah, I have a foxy. That's all I need. Little demon.
Strange.
This looks cute. I like this. What the hell is this?
This looks sinister and messed up.
That's why I like it.
Is that a V?
I don't know. Is it a V?
Provolone?
Provolone.
Provolone.
Aw. Little Nightmares as a candle. A little candle guy. Whoa.
Ooh.
It just walks past, like doesn't even
Just-
care. Unfazed by that.
God.
What? Look, they're skinned.
They have hearts? Oh god.
Popcorn.
That's kind of a cool idea.
Melted time. But why am I a candle?
This looks like
It,
party animals.
it does look like party. I was gonna say that. They even have the music. People don't even want to put their carts away in real life.
I know,
Why would
right?
they want to do that in the game? This gotta be the same people who did Party Animals, right?
Oh,
it's
God.
too similar.
Imagine a world on the brink of freedom from colonial oppression. 2262. Crime. Class conflict. Propaganda. A familiar story hindered only by those with plenty of time and little to lose. Detective Mayugan Hill, the sleuth of Agamaski. Avoiding the past became second nature, dedicating her days to the faceless, rejected citizens of Agamaski. Until Mary, that is. This case goes way farther than the banks of this one detective's little neighborhood.
Murder.
Life is all missing kids and cheating spouses, until a dame from the upper district barges in and changes your life.
Or was that the Kill Agency? L Agency. Available now.
Warning, test got resulted. Dizziness.
Ew.
Disorientation. Soul possession.
Nope.
Nope.
I'd go over there and punt it. Kick the shit out of that thing.
Okay, wow. I don't know about you, but my Steam wishlist just keeps getting bigger. Hello everyone, I'm Krista from Wings, and I'm really excited to be here and to have once again teamed up with our friends from Dames for Games to shine a spotlight on some of the most creative, innovative, and just plain awesome games and game developers. In case you haven't heard of Wings before, Wayback Studios, founded by women and gender marginalized game developers. We help them grow their studio sustainably and get their amazing games out into the world. Because we know that teams like these are making some of the most exciting, creative, and commercially successful games out there. One of the other ways that we help celebrate women devs and their awesome games is with our Women's Day sale on Steam, which is back for its 4th edition and is happening right now all the way until March 15th, and it is our biggest sale yet, featuring hundreds of games with huge discounts, new demos, brand new releases. You absolutely do not want to miss out. Okay, that is enough from me. Enjoy the rest of the showcase and definitely check out the Women's Day sale on Steam afterwards.
I will.
Who doesn't like a good sale?
I love a sale.
Like I was in 10, I was like 2 knives. You like Beast Boy.
Yeah, it does, right? More cooking?
Goblin sushi chef.
Poop tasty. Pile of poop. People who enjoy cooking games are having a great time right now.
This is showcases for them.
It showcases for you, people who love cooking. Money.
Dang.
Out now. Cooking and cats.
Yeah.
My two least favorite things. What's going on with them?
Yeah, like, is this a twin stick shooter or what?
Don't eat that plant. I'm confused. Is this co-op? Like
Co-op or is it like versus? There's a smattering of murder mystery.
Whoa, I'm trying to read. Okay, that was an interesting trailer.
Hey, it's great you're here. I'm Zina from The Right Wars Games, and I've been working on Irene for our new game.
A game? Am I a joke to you? Seriously though, I'm kind of trapped in here, and I'm so grateful you're adding color to my life. Yapping about all kind of stuff. Making life choices.
Arm.
Chatting and playing games here. Handling real life tasks for me or for yourself. Or going offline and discovering things out there. This is life. And I'm happy to live it with you by my side.
Oh no.
While it lasts.
Is this a digital companion kind of thing?
I have no idea. Demo available. The hell's going on? I thought it was a card game, but then there's like dots. And I'm like, huh?
Yeah. I was like, what is this? What?
I think they're doing good. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Open your very own thrift shop in Thrifty Business. You will search through boxes filled with pre-loved items, organize and decorate your shelves for your customers, and try to fulfill
Indie
your
devs
requests.
yearn to work.
The previous owner, Ingrid, is moving away to the city
Work, cook, and own
entrusts
cats.
you to
Yeah.
transform this rundown shop into a cozy
Can't relate.
and welcoming space. Customize the furniture, wallpaper, flooring, and decor to design your store however you like.
I would design it
And
like
as
that.
business
You
grows,
would. With the
you might
skulls
even
and
want
everything.
to expand into the other rooms. With more space, you will even be able to host events to create a hub for the local community.
The way they're walking down the stairs. It looks funny.
The tyranny of the nobility and the cruelty of the Church of the Holy Light seem to be unparalleled. The obsession of searching for pagan propaganda always ended with the execution of a woman. Among many voices, the one that resonated the most was a young villager with a fierce and indomitable spirit. They captured several saboteurs and sentenced them to death by burning. My beloved Christy. I burn with rage for not being able to bring her back.
The voice acting. I burned with rage.
I stopped running to hide and started running to fight.
Good.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Finally, some fighting.
Kill them all.
Murder.
The sun will stop me.
That's what women really want. Revenge. Ooh, stay the night.
Ooh, it's like Dream Daddy.
Dream Daddy.
Go for the jugular. Ooh, Merry Crisis.
Can you imagine if buildings actually look like that? That'd be kind of cool.
It would.
Like in real life, you're like, I'm gonna go to the bakery, and it's like loaves on the building.
Hey, at least you never need to wonder about where something is.
Yeah, you don't have to wonder what kind of business it is. You just look at the roof.
Gaudy bread basket.
I think it looks cute. And like the little coffee shop
Yeah,
with like
all
the,
the cups
yeah.
overflowing.
Cats
Hello,
and humans
everybody.
living together?
My name is Julia, and I'm also known as your favorite neighborhood night owl who loves to play indie games on Twitch. I am so thrilled to be one of your hosts for this edition of the Dames for Games Showcase. We've got an incredible lineup.
I want a
of
skull like that in our
fun-loved
house.
Games, artists,
Well,
and
like a cow or a whatever skull.
Not exactly that, like some other kind of animal
I get to
skull.
watch a showcase, especially one hosted by Dames for Games. My wish list doubles. No, scratch that. It triples. There are so many incredible games out there with so much heart and soul and originality that these showcases are the absolute perfect platform to show that. So whether you're here to find your next indie or just celebrate all things creative, you are absolutely in the right place. So let's get into it.
So we're back. I went and got food.
I'm
lying. They know I haven't. I've been sitting here the whole time.
Where's mine?
That is exactly. See, this is the problem. Everybody expects me to bring all the food. You know what? I'm just gonna be quiet and let you guys talk about your favorite picks out of what we just saw.
Well,
Whoever
yeah.
wants to go first.
Yeah, I'll go in Kitty Haven. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's so kawaii, and you can make a little haven for the little meow meows. I wrote that down. I was like, that is-
Oh, you laughed.
yes,
It's a
little
technical
meow
term,
meows.
Destiny.
They're so
It's a
cute.
technical term. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very technical. I loved it.
Right, yes, very professional, very stoic. I love, I saw it immediately and I wrote it down. I was like, that's one. And then Odd Jobs, it's like Human Fall Flat meets Party Animals. And I love those physic games where it's just room for chaos. and
Chaos
fun
was
with
the
your
word I
friends.
wrote down on that trailer when that
I love
car
that
just
you love
knocks a
it.
koala down. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
now this is real. This is very serious.
This is real.
Yeah, no, they did that for me too. And in addition to that, Whisker Watch, I think we've got some animal stuff going on, haven't we?
Yeah, food
I love
and
the fact that
animals.
cats
There's a
slap
theme
each other to
going.
give each other inspiration. That's certainly not what I've seen in my experience. But it involves strategic barfing, tactical pooping, and high precision hairballs. What is there not to love about that? That looks fantastic. You customize your appearance as a sort of dress-up element as well as an RPG thing. And then another one I liked, which wasn't cute at all, was Crimson Tale, first-person narrative puzzle game. Featuring Elizabeth, who's a trans lesbian vampire. Not very often you get to say that. That's pretty cool, if that's the sort of representation you are looking for.
true.
She is there to fight oppressive nobility. There are past lives. There's vengeance. It sounds great. There's something for everyone. That's what I love
See,
about that.
vengeance.
So yeah, again, another loads of variety in this section.
I think they should definitely hire you to do the voiceover for their next trailer. I think. Listen, yeah, and even be in it. Let me connect you
Hello?
two after this. Let me just connect y'all. And you too, girl, for the Kit Kat and the Pow Pows. Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody in. But I hope you all have enjoyed the trailer section and the developer spotlights at the beginning of the show. We have so much more coming through. But remember, all of these games that are featured in the showcase are in the Wings Women's Day sale. So make sure you're writing them down, make sure you're wish listing, and if they're out, make sure you're buying them. It really, really helps these small developers who are trying to create something very special to share with our entire community. And with that, we're going to be going into our last segment of developer spotlights. So if you didn't grab your snacks, go grab them now. And we'll be here waiting. Bring us something too, and we'll be here waiting. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Let's go.
Hello, we are Kitten Cup Studio, and we are the team behind Cappy Castaway.
Aww.
We're a small team based in Toronto, making cozy games with heart and kindness. My name is V Zelda, and I'm the community manager for Kitten Cup Studio.
Hi, I'm Saffron Aurora. I'm the creative director and the CEO at Kitten Cup Studio.
Hi, I'm Ashley Kamenska. I'm the programmer at Kitten Cup Studio.
I wanted Cappy Castaway to feel like, I guess, all the best moments of my childhood.
I think my favorite part of working
They
at
just
Cappy
chilling.
Castaway has been that we've been a very small, tight-knit team. Our approach to how certain features are made is sometimes more playful, or we take ideas that we have or things players suggest and sometimes just joke around, and in the end sometimes it's something that's worth keeping.
I love the naps. When Corby and Cappy are sleeping all curled up, it is my favorite.
I'm a firm believer in
Sleeping with their eyes open.
design and intention and sort of what we're building. And we have so many Toronto details. The signs that's inspired by Honest Ed's, the Franz Diner pickle sign, the El Macombo sign. I think in terms of real world places influencing the world of Cappy Castaway, it has to be High Park. That's where all of our characters come from, where a big part of the story comes from. And also the Toronto Islands, which also very much inspired pretty much the entire shape of the island.
Thank you for supporting women-led games and for being a part of this journey with us. If Cappy Castaway sounds like your kind of cozy, playful adventure, make sure to wishlist on Steam
looks really cute.
and play the demo today.
Yeah.
We can't wait
Ooh, a
to
demo.
welcome you into the world of Cappy Castaway.
Hi everyone, I'm Mandy. I am the creative director and narrative designer of Saigai Studio. We are currently creating a game that's called Name of the Whale, which is I'm going to introduce you. Name of the Whale is a hand-drawn daylight horror narrative adventure that gamifies peer pressure and explores collective trauma. You play as a numbered cult member in Hope, where everyone wears the same smiley helmet, rules are absolute, and pain is framed as salvation. By day, you act as like a model cult member, participate in morally challenging rituals that slowly test your value. But by night, you become a hacker, exploring forbidden floors and also
Hacker
uncovering
man.
buried documents. But be careful, the benevolent might be like a guidance, but it's actually like monitoring device. This system branches the narrative, it alters character behavior, and it also triggers interrogations or some unknown punishments. What makes this game horror is from the pure judgment. You're haunted by something that everyone decides not to talk about. Along the way, you're guided by Elaine. She's warm, she's playful, and she's strangely comforting until one day she disappeared. And her absence forced you to face your tragic past. Will you conform in exchange for happiness, or will you face your guilt to escape? So if you're a person like a psychological horror fan who love like anime-inspired art, some kind of like a mixture of mouth-washing and Thousand Roosters, I believe this game is for
Hey,
you.
mouth-washing
Yeah,
and 1000.
mouthwashing is pretty fantastic.
Free demo is out now on Steam, so don't forget to try it out and wishlist on Steam. Thank you. Bye bye.
Hi, I'm Anna Wolf. I'm the art director on Stika and the co-founder of Eclo Studios.
Hi, I'm Larissa Loh-Hrabowicz, and I'm the co-founder of Eclo and narrative director on Stika.
It's been amazing working with all the devs that have come onto this project. We started in a mass layoff, and we rallied together around the idea of raising funds for Ukraine, but creating a video game. That game is Stika.
Stika is a stealth horror game featuring primarily Ukrainian folklore. It's based on a true story that happened to me at a youth camp in Ukraine. As someone raised in the Ukrainian diaspora, our culture was really important to us, so being able to focus on that has been really fun.
Hi, my name is Kasia Kolasa and I am a 3D artist for Stika. First time I heard about Stika was during a party when Larissa told everyone a crazy story they experienced in Ukraine, and we were all like, how about you make a game about it? And Larissa was like, okay, and they did it. And I'm just so happy I can participate in this process. It's very important to me.
My name is Angel Jo, and I am a game producer on Stika. The Stika team is dedicated to meeting their team where they're at and growing and celebrating their people.
Hello everyone, or let me say in Turkish, Merhaba, I'm Zeynep from Turkey, and I'm a 3D designer in our game Stika.
Hello, my name is Jennifer from San Diego, California. I am a 3D environment artist working on Stika.
Hi, my name is Hannah. I was a programmer for Stika, and I loved getting to play my part in making this world come to life.
I thought it was a worm.
It was a worm.
I hope you guys like our game. Bye!
Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm the art director and co-founder of Humble Beats, and with my partner Aurélien, we are currently working on Hades Legacy.
Oh, I got an email for this because of the frog game that they did before.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was like their newsletter talking about this game.
And taking the time to slow down and breathe. On this project, I'm in charge of the art direction, and I create most of the visuals myself. That includes characters, environment, animations, UI, everything you see on the screen. Aurélien handles the narrative and programming of the game on the Godot engine. We've been working together for years, and that close collaboration between art and code is really at the heart of how we make games. Before Hades Legacy, we released
Yeah, this is the
Nairu,
one,
Frog
the
Game,
frog game.
a cozy game about collecting frogs and restoring wetlands. That project really helped define our visual language. Soft colors, nature-focused environments, and a lot of care put into the small details. What I enjoy the most about being a game artist is creating worlds that tell a story. Little details in their environment, how characters move,
With
how
time
they
slide.
at different time of the day, all of that contributes to our players connect emotionally within the game. For a long time, I didn't work on cozy games. But over time, I realized that games need developers with many different backgrounds and sensibilities. and that there's a public for softer and meaningful experiences too. We had a lot of players at Gamescom last year telling us how relaxing our game was. It feels really special to know that players might find comfort, calm, or inspiration in something we create.
Thanks Dem for Games for this opportunity to show a game. Please check out the demo and wishlist the game on Steam to support us. Bye bye!
I grew up in a small town where nothing
drinking
ever
blood?
happened. At least
As
until
one
you
does.
start doing something yourself, creating a meaning, not waiting to be invited. There is no point in looking for something interesting. What saves you in a place like that is being interested. Ila lives in a small town. When they are turned into a vampire, they befriend people they might have never chosen otherwise. They learn to be part of this imperfect web of human connections, because none of us survives this life alone. A big part of the games that is deeply important to our teams.
It kind of reminds me of Let the Right One
When
In.
I was growing
Yeah.
up, I desperately searched for people like me, and I found them. For a while, I didn't feel we have to hide. Word was getting used to us. We were all over the media and the culture and public life. Today, the loss of my country have pushed the queer community back into hiding. For that reason, I can't show my face in the video. Neither can some other members of our team. But even if that future didn't survive in real life, we can still make it happen in our game. We are not making a game about a perfect or safe world. It's still as full of grief as it's full of love, just like real life. But queerness isn't something unusual there. Our main character is non-binary. Other characters are openly queer, and no one is making a big deal out of it. Sucks to be in the sticks is our way of exploring that future that was taken away. What if we could exist as ourselves? What if we could find each other and learn to navigate the darkness together?
Hi, I'm Tanche from Black Tangerine. Today, I'd like to tell you a bit about my team, Black Tangerine, and also about the game we are making, Killa. We are all college students when we first got together. We just thought before graduation drug us into adulthood, let's make something we actually love. We figured if we packed a game full of everything we love, our tastes and ovations, then surely people like us would absolutely love it. You know, the kind of thing, deep tangled relationship between characters, tragic and painful past, and those intense visuals that scream all that emotion out loud. We are totally obsessed with that stuff. We are Black Tangerine, a game dev team made of 4 female university students from Korea. Planning, art, sound, and programming, all women. Black Tangerine basically means otaku. It represents everyone who secretly hide their intense tastes deep in their hearts. Our goal is simple: to make games for all hidden Black Tangerines out there in the world. Killa is a mystery story adventure game about Barala's journey to find and take revenge on La, the one who killed her master. Following the master's dying wish, kill the La. You become Barala, track down the real La who killed the master, and choose how Barala's revenge plays out. So, do you like Black Tangerine? If you do, please kill the La.
Being the man.
Ooh, demo updated.
Killer.
Hi, I'm Melody, the CEO.
I thought it was just gonna be that.
Pelikeeper. That's it. That's all you get.
Pelikeeper, a tower defense and base building comfort strategy game.
After
Comfort
the stars
strategy.
fall out of the sky, the world is swallowed by a shadowy fog, and it's your job as the last pelican to restore the constellations to the cosmos. There are 2 main parts to Pelikeeper: the tower defense segment and the base building segment.
In tower defense, defend fallen stars from hordes of shadow enemies, rescue lost animals, and utilize their wishing power to place and upgrade towers. Certain towers have symbiotic abilities that can be passed to other towers, so make sure to try out all the different combinations.
And in base building, the animals you fought with in tower defense will take refuge at the abandoned lighthouse at night. Over the course of the game, build up trust with animals to strengthen their towers and ultimately your community.
You can even place decorations and complete community projects that will affect the tower stats of each animal in the tower defense segment of the game.
Our studio's journey is a bit unique. From meeting in college to moving in together, the 5 of us have made a living doing what we love most, making games.
We started the prototype for Pelikeeper as a break in development from our last game, Temporium, which launched back in August, and since then we've been full-time on Pelikeeper.
Our team loves working on this game and can't wait to share it with you, so go wish this
Pelikeeper
on Steam and check out the demo that's live right now.
It's pretty cute.
Hi, my name is Becca Saltzman. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Finji. We are actually working on a new project called Usual June. Usual June is a story about a young woman in a fictional Midwest town called Fen Harbor who can talk to ghosts. And as she discovers that she can talk to ghosts, a whole adventure sort of unfolds in front of her. Finji is based in the Midwest, and we love the stories, the urban legends, the weird histories that sort of imbue all of our towns. We wanted to tell stories about people we know, the sort of communities that we're in. We want to tell stories about those places, and that's where Usual June came from. And we hope our players will have an incredible time in all the action sequences and the combat that is, just scattered throughout the game, but also get to know June and her best friend, both alive and dead.
Thanks, Becca. My name is Bea, or Beatriz, and I am a environment concept artist on the Usual June team. I'm also doing some environment 3D modeling work, but mostly I'm a concept artist. There is a lot of very exciting art style stuff that we're doing on the game, a lot of fun effects. I think the game looks really pretty, and it's a very unique blend of different aesthetics. And I've always been someone that loves doing very painterly, very artistic, very weird art. So it's been really, really fun to be able to do that. So I hope that people will play it and enjoy how weird it is.
I'm Audrey Schutte, and I am the creature concept artist on Usual June. I was an animal nut from the get-go. So, once you're obsessed with an animal's creature design is the next inevitable step. I think if I've done my job right, people are going to be a little disturbed and then immediately want a closer look. My hope is that my work will elevate the rest of the team's work as well. It's genuinely a project that is made with love. So I think that's showing in the game.
And we're back. Do you guys like that? The jazz
Those
hands?
are jazz hands.
I do.
Those are your mysterious hands.
Jazz hands. Oh, you're right. You're right. I think I was getting it confused with, I don't know what show it was, but they were going back in time and they did this thing
instead of having a special
effect.
effect.
About? Okay. Maybe
Mr. Caffeine from
Going back in
E3.
time.
I know what she's talking about.
Yeah. Speaking of going back in time, what did you guys think about
I
the
thought it
show
was pretty
overall?
good. There's a lot. My wish list is very full.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of demos out as well. You can play the demos. Most of the time, you can leave a review. That's another way to support our wonderful developers. Can they get good reviews? That will get pushed out on the algorithm, recommended to a wider fan base. Yeah, it's
It's like she's put out a game or something. You know what I mean? It's like she knows what she's talking about. Like just fluffing. It's like. But no, I thought it was we take a lot of care when it comes to selecting the games and the developers, and we always try to make sure there's a variety. I know we talked about Kitty Pow Pows and we talked about food, but there were so many different games. For example, WTF, which I can't say.
Why Food Task WTF Force? was a game I that don't know any other thing it could stand for. There you go. But you got
Oh,
a
right,
Hello
right,
Kitty
right.
on your
I don't
site,
know what
so
I
that
was
on the
thinking
wish
of.
list. Straight away, they had me. They knew exactly their audience. Yeah.
But that was a good one. Pink Noise, which I feel like I'm really vibing with the color theme of Pink Noise, my whole color theme. And
yes,
this is
yes.
not to say none of the other games are great. Those are the only ones I can think of off the top of my head right now. Listen, doing this
I
on
thought
an
she was,
empty
like,
stomach
fine.
is so hard, and we had so
I thought
many
we've learned
games.
lessons for next time, haven't
We had
we?
so many
Sure,
games.
you have food before you
Tantalizing.
Yeah. I mean, I could read off the list right here, but then that
I'm going to give
that
a shout
breaks
out to
the
Name of the Will because it's about cults, and I'm obsessed about cults in the way that people are obsessed about true crime. So I really like that. I thought it was really cool.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, I think that's good. You know, sleep. It's good sleeping stuff. You know,
And then
like
we've
I
got
listen
like
to.
Killer. I thought
Yeah.
for Killer, the
Yeah.
Korean studio, the art style is so beautiful on that. It's like a cut, you know, what's it? What would you call it? Like a paper cut out artwork. You know, 3D mystery, beautiful. And you know, revenge. Who doesn't love revenge?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying.
I'm noticing a
Little
theme:
cute
revenge,
cat food.
vengeance. You know, cult. You know, food.
At least we stepped away from food and cats. Okay, now we're on to something new.
Now we're on to vengeance. What happens if you don't get food or cats? You know,
Revenge.
yeah, exactly. I love our showcases because I do honestly feel like there is something for everyone, whether the type of game, the genre, the niche, everything. Like, I know I was shouting out the cute and cozy games because that's where my heart is, but there are some fun, like, horror games. Like you said, Pink Noise, which is like a visual novel, like psychological horror thing. Also, Cappy Castaway, the minute the capybara like chirped, I was like, that is what I need. I need a
Cappy
capybara.
Castaway
Oh,
That is
yeah,
one
that
of my
looked
favorite
really cute.
animals. They're so cute and adorable. So yeah, I love our showcase. I think there's something for everybody, and I'm just.
I love how you tried to get away from talking about cute stuff and you just went back to cute stuff.
There's a
You're
lot
like,
of cute
no, but there's like hysteria and like horror. Yeah, there is a lot of cute stuff. I mean, listen, cute can be like dark too. And we do have some announcements coming up later about some very cool stuff. Also on the docket, which is a really cool announcement, we are now our own nonprofit. That means we are not under anyone else. Dames for Games is standalone, and that's a really big step for us because, you know, it takes a lot to build. It takes a village to build, and we've had a village helping us build. And you love the way I did that. Yeah, I know.
It takes a village.
But yeah, we're our own nonprofit.
No, you do
I'm
your
trying to be
bit, and then I'll do
serious.
my bit.
Okay.
Go on.
And but that's why it's so important that we do these fundraisers. We only host them around several times a year, and the lovely Christine has
We
not
only
said
host them
what she
every
actually
month.
does with our foundation, not foundation, what? No, I guess foundation's good. Anyways, what she helps do is I can't talk. What she helps do. What she does. What she helps to do is lead all of our content creators. So if you're watching this and you're wondering how to get involved, hit up Christine. Bring her some
Hit me up.
snacks. Show her some cute, cuddly pictures, and we'll bring you in. But also, a really quick shout out again to everyone who has collaborated with us on this showcase. Wings, thank you so much. As we've said multiple times, all of the games in this showcase are part of an amazing Steam event, and that's thanks to Wings. Also giving a huge shout out to Women Led Games for helping us put together our pre-show. It's the first time we've ever done a pre-show, so we really hope you enjoyed it. And to all of our broadcast partners, because y'all are bae, like for real. Twitch, IGN, GameSpot, PC Gamer, we cannot thank you enough for rocking with us, especially right now through these turbulent times. Having your support means so much. And y'all, it's Women History Month, so I hope you're out there celebrating women. I hope you're out there learning about incredible women, and I hope you continue to support
Every day.
us because we have amazing things coming up. I'm gonna throw it to Sam so you guys can follow her and see what she's up to, and then we're gonna throw it to A. Christine so you can follow her and see what she's up to. So Sam, people want to know what
I've
you're
got a few
doing,
seconds
where
to
you're
tell
going.
you. So
Well, not where
I
you're
am
going.
Samantha Bayard over the social medias. Instagram is where I announce a lot of stuff, some really cool things coming up. We talked about Marathon, which will be out by the time this is out. Fading Echo is coming up, which has a wonderful female writer, Jasmine Bueller, who's also in it. and of course Star Wars: The Old Republic, which has been around forever and will continue to be around forever. Thank you very much. You can also catch me at GDC and PAX East with live versions of It Takes a Village, a chat show where we shine a spotlight on people who make our games. So once again, thank you so much to everybody who put this together, whether you're Dames for Games or any of our other partners. We really, really appreciate you, and the developers, and for you for watching our community. It's been a real pleasure to come back on again. And with that, I will hand over to Christine.
Well, thank you. I will take it. Now, I can be found at AY Christine, and my mom was Jamaican, so it's E-N-E, not I-N-E. It's E-N-E, okay? It's on the screen. It's not going to be hard. Click it, follow me. That's where you can follow me on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. You can also check out when I stream to raise money and funds for Dames for Games, which we will be doing continuing our month-long fundraiser. So please check out Dames for Games, and that way you can support all of the creators. Shout out to our creators. Shout out to you guys. You guys really help to move us forward as well, and I truly appreciate everything that you do. And for our creator program team, who's got to deal with me adding everybody in the Discord group. So thank you.
That's what's up. So again, thanks so much. Thanks to the D4T team. Thank you to the community. I feel like everybody
Thank
has
you
been
to
thanked at this
Destiny
point,
as
and if
well.
somebody hasn't been thanked at this point.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also, thank you to Mary. You can't see her, and I do this every time.
behind us.
She's behind the
Mary
scenes.
can't
She's
see
helping
her.
record things. She's our producer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I'm not going to keep anybody any longer because I know we're all hungry. So with that, make sure you stay tuned. Check out the Wings Day sale. Watch us for our fundraiser. And keep up with us on our socials so you can find out what we're doing next. See you later.
Yay, it's over. Jeez, that was long. That felt like forever. I mean, it's nice that they have like these developer talks and stuff like that, but that's like assuming you are interested in knowing like the behind the scenes stuff instead of just like, I just want to see the trailer and wishlist a game and
Yeah.
eventually play it,
Sometimes-
which is how I feel.
Sometimes like they don't actually have. It feels like some of them are like, oh, I did this, or like they're in between projects, or like
Yeah.
Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it's a little oddly paced, I would say.
Yeah. Because they have like some trailers and then they have like this whole, spotlight thing, and then they have like a few more trailers, or they just cut to like them talking about what we saw before the spotlight. So it's like, oh yeah, those games. I don't know. I mean, it's nice that they have it, but personally, just me, because I just want to play games. Like, would rather have that like at the end or have that be a separate thing. But that's just me. That's just how I feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, Dames for Games, for letting me co-stream this. There is a fundraiser going on. I won't be doing fundraising because I did it like 2 times in a row for, well, I don't know which months were it. January, like December, January, or something like that. Something like that. But I'm fundraised out. If you would like to donate, I'm going to put the link in the description. There's also a QR code on the overlay, and there was like a QR code within the showcase as well if you wanted to do that. But that's going to be it for me. That was okay. I thought the showcase was okay. There was like one game where I was like, yeah, I'll try that out. Not many demos I was interested in. For me, this was not that great, but that's just me. So.
You need more murder and revenge in your life.
I do. I'm tired. Okay, it's frustrating, where like all these female developers and all these like women love cooking games or cat games, and I'm like, I fucking hate this. Like, I just want to kill things. Like, I just want to like go and murder.
Imagine like a cooking game with the customer's unruly. You can throw a knife in their head.
Yeah. But it's still a cooking game. I don't want to cook. I don't like cooking. I hate cooking. I love eating. Hate cooking.
For me, cooking is basically crafting. And anytime it's like, hey, we have a crafting, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I don't need like cozy games all the time. It's nice. It's nice to unwind and just to like not think too hard about the game I'm playing or something like that, and just like play like Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
but it doesn't necessarily mean I love every game like Animal Crossing.
Right.
You know, it's just kind of like one that just like hits and it sticks with you, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do this like every day, whatever.
Yeah, you've got your zen, but you can't be zen all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be out there running. You know.
Yeah.
You got to be out there moving.
Yeah.
So.
You know, sometimes I want like a faster paced game. I want something a little more challenging sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I like that. And yeah, a lot of the times it's like, here's cooking. There you go. You can cook stuff. You want to own a shop? You can go sell, you know.
I've noticed this a lot, not just women, but like indies in general.
Indies in general, yes.
They're becoming obsessed with like running a store, running a shop.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, you know, you're a cashier, you're a stocking person.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you yearn?
You work at a grocery store.
I'm like, why do you yearn for these
Yeah.
you know,
like these mundane
jobs
Yeah.
or whatever. Maybe it's like, oh, but then maybe it's the managerial aspect where it's like, oh, but I'm in control. I don't have someone yelling at me or whatever. So it's kind of like the sim aspect mixed with the sort of zen aspect or whatever. And
Sure.
I'm just kind of like, man, it's kind of interesting how they all at once kind of like become obsessed with, like, I want to work in a store. I'm like, really?
Yeah. Yeah, so like I like a good balance. Like I like cute stuff, like Hello Kitty stuff. Like look what I have on my wallpaper. Look at my chair. Like I have cute things, but it's like I also like some really fucked up shit too. You know, I like horror stuff. I want more of that, you know? But this showcase didn't really have as much of like the horror aspect and like more of like just beating things up.
Yeah.
It was very cozy. But yay, if you're into cozy stuff, there you go. This is your showcase. If you love cats, if you love cooking, this was your showcase. But yeah.
Cat's a cooking show.
But yeah, I'm gonna put all the links in the description, like right after this. But thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you again, Dames for Games, for letting me co-stream this. And that's gonna be it for us. Thank you, Matt, for joining me. Thank you. Thank you, Foxy, for sleeping on my lap. Always love that. Always appreciate it. But yeah, bye.